A tug on the line tells the supervisor that the attachment has been found.
It's not your natural surroundings, you know. It's not. You're not supposed to be down there. Like, if God wanted you to be down there, you'd have gills, kind of thing, you know.
Less than an hour later, Kennedy is back in his more natural environment, serving up dinner.
Everyone gets fed the same. The officers eat upstairs, so the supplies, look, we just put the food in there and they bring it out to them.
Of the 44 men and women on board, all but 8 queue up at the galley and eat in the junior or senior rates mess. Even though they all eat the same food, the way it is served provides an insight into how the officers are treated within the Navy.
The manual work would be done by everybody below decks, I suppose, really. The officers would be, in same as Civvy Street, they would be management and engineers, and, you know, they're paid from the neck up and we're paid from the neck down.
As I said, it is like upstairs, downstairs. A lot of them are well-to-do, think they're well-to-do. You know, they're beers and graces and whatever. Up to the train for the next 12 months more than it.
It's a commission status, like, whereas we're non-commissioned, so I suppose it is probably an upstairs downstairs sort of situation.
They're not trained in etiquette, silver service, and this. We'd eat it over his bag, as Tom would say, where they'd have to have a knife and fork inside the chipper. Do you know what I mean? So.
Inherited from the Royal Navy, this system ensures that officers don't socialise with non-commissioned officers while on board.
It's not really that weird. It's something that we're used to as officers. Traditionally, we've always been served our meals on a ship, particularly a ship of this size. I know everybody on board. I know their first names. I know where they're from. I know a lot about them, and similarly all the other officers, and they probably know exactly the same about me as well, and the other officers as well. So we live very, very close to each other, and on occasion when we go into a very, very small port, we would socialise together as well, and the odd occasion we'd socialise together. But on a ship is different. Ship is a work environment. You are issuing orders, and you have to make difficult decisions that could affect them as well. So it is better for the ship's routine that we maintain a certain degree of separateness.
I mean, if somebody offers you, you know, silver service to have your dinner handed up to you every night and for you never to have to wash a cup or whatever, I'm sure you'd take it. Most people would. So it's not the guys, the people who are in that system are at fault, but it's the system itself. And somebody needs to question, you know, why is it necessary?
It's looking well, actually. It's looking very well.
But there's a bit of resentment here then. You'd have an officer and he trains for 2 years there, 20 years of age. And we just have the likes of Tom then, who's in 20-odd years, or the coxswain who's in 28 years. And this guy gets commissioned after 2 years and you have to call him sir. If he tells you to do something, you have to do it, and that's it.
There is a hierarchical situation based on military law. The fact that I wear 3 stripes on my shoulder with a star, the star represents the Republic. My commission was bestowed on me by the President of Ireland. President of Ireland is our Commander-in-Chief. The fact that I'm an officer doesn't make me any greater a person than a person who's not an officer. In my own case, I came from a background that was a very ordinary background, and I strove to become an officer. So I'm very proud of what I achieved.
Other navies where that sort of class distinction was prevalent years ago, like the Royal Navy, moved on. I mean, the percentage of officers in the Royal Navy that have been enlisted from the ranks, that have been commissioned from the ranks, I think is up in the high 20s. Ask about it in the Navy. What's the percentage of officers in the Irish Naval Service or in the Irish Army who are commissioned from the ranks? And while the Army will say to you, the Defence Forces generally, oh, this is possible, and it is technically possible,